I haven't been live on here forever. And it makes my heart so happy. I want to talk about your next level. I want to talk about something that I recognized as a subconscious block within myself recently. And I've spotted this within clients. And it is a story about stillness, a story about spaciousness that can really fucking keep us from making more money, receiving more clients, going bigger in our mission, in our purpose, in our businesses. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm a manifestation and mindset subconscious coach, wizard for women in business to help you explode your income and impact and have way more fucking fun along the journey of growing your business. And a story that I hear a lot that holds people back is this story of like, it's slow right now. It's a slow time in my industry, or people aren't buying because it's winter, or people aren't buying because insert XYZ excuse. And I'm so over people, like I'm just over us arguing for our fucking limitations. I'm so over us buying into beliefs that aren't serving us any longer. Give me a heart if like you resonate with this. If you have moments where you make up a story in your business, in your bank account, in your life, in what you get to have, and you make up a story based on a circumstance. And when you understand how manifestation works, when you understand how manifestation and reality creation works, you understand that we are actually the center of our own universe. We create the circumstances that we experience, whether we are consciously creating them or not. A lot of like times we manifest, some shitty experiences, yet we may not be wanting to create those things, right? Yet when we look at and we take ownership of like, I created this experience, then we have the power to actually shift it and thus align our energy with what we want. And so as an expert in the subconscious mind, I've realized this story about spaciousness and ease that I was holding in my business was holding me back. So there would be this energetic cap to receiving more clients, to taking my movement to the next level. And I would constantly hit this like plateau. Give me hearts if you've ever done that. Like you're constantly hitting up against an edge where it's like a month later and you're like, I'm still making the same amount of money. A month later and it's like, as everything washes out, I'm still helping the same amount of people. Like I have more space. I want more. Why isn't it happening? Right? And so I recognized this subconscious belief when things would become easeful and or spacious in my business, I would create problems. I would create problems that weren't necessarily problems as an upper limit, as a way for my subconscious mind to calibrate me back to the level that felt safe and comfortable. Excuse me. I just had a little burp because I'm pregnant, and for some reason, like being pregnant, I've burped a way lot more. Somebody tell me why that is. So I recognize this moment where it's like things start to get quiet. Maybe I haven't had a few sales in a few days, or maybe I haven't heard from clients as much recently in asking for the support that they desire, right? And I suddenly made this a problem. Have you ever done this? Like things are going well and you start to assume the worst because your clients aren't like needing you enough. And that's where it's like, why do we need our clients to validate us? That was something that I had to look at, right? Because that's not the type of person that I want to be. I want to be the source of my power. I want to be the source of my validation. And so as I noticed this, I got to the root of it, as I usually do, and I shifted it on a subconscious level. And the amount of freedom that I felt is like insane. It was crazy because when you think about it, as you've tapped into a new level of ease, you're actually in alignment with what you want, right? Because you want to make more money, you want to serve more people, yet you don't want to do it addicted to struggle, addicted to sacrifice, addicted to things being hard just for the sake of being hard, right? Yet when I would tap into this new level of ease, I would feel this like uncomfortable sensation in my body. And if you want to master manifesting what you want, you've got to master the ability to navigate sensations in your body. Because your feeling states, your sensations are driving your behavior, which is determining your results. And so often we will go into like what a lot of people perceive as self-sabotaging patterns just to avoid sensations that we don't want to feel, right? And so because I had a belief that was addicted to that, I had to experience struggle and sacrifice in order to be worthy of receiving clients and money, when things would develop in like an easeful way, I would feel uncomfortable. I would have an uncomfortable sensation in my body, and then I wouldn't understand that that sensation was resistance to me receiving at a new level of ease. And instead, I would use that sensation to calibrate back to my old self, my old set of results, my old reality. And so when I recognized this, I was like, holy fuck, this cycle has been on repeat for like 2-3 fucking years. Like, that's insane. This is insane. Like, the intricacies of our subconscious mind. Tap the screen if you feel me, if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And so I looked at this pattern, and here's the thing. When you release an old pattern, when you release an old way of being, this is why like the core of my work is subconscious belief rewiring and self-concept upgrading. I have a self-concept system that helps my clients with this. When you release an old pattern, you create energetic space. You create an energetic space in your energy, in your body, in your reality. And it's just like if you were to clean out your closet. Now you've got physical space, right? To put more newer, upgraded wardrobe inside of your closet. It's the same way in our energy. You've created an energetic space. And what people don't realize, most people do, is they take that energetic space, and because it feels uncomfortable for them, because they don't necessarily know like what to fill that space with yet, they go and they fill it with the old pattern again. They go and they do the thing that calibrates them back because that sensation of spaciousness and ease feels uncomfortable. And that's what I was doing for 2+ years. I was going, okay, like now things have gotten easier. I'm making more money. I'm receiving more clients. There's spaciousness. I'm not having to struggle like I did when I was a CPA and I had to work so many fucking hours. A whole nother story. Right? But that space feels uncomfortable. So let me just do more shit for the sake of doing more shit. Let me post more. Let me do, not because I actually genuinely desire to, because I have a belief that has attached my ability to receive more with my doing more. What if receiving more wasn't about doing more? What if it was just about your open, energetic availability to receive more? What if it didn't come with this attachment to working harder, to working more, unless you obviously purely desire to, like, fuck yeah, like write the content, get on the live stream, make the move, do the thing. But we don't want our receiving attached to that. And I had my receiving attached to how much I was doing. So when things started to get more easeful, I would feel uncomfortable and then insert more doing. And then I would fill this space with the old pattern. And this is when it's like you're not actually creating true transformation because you're not actually changing from within. And then you're just recreating the same version of you every single day. So that's what I did. So when you release the old pattern, the old belief, the old identity, now you've got energetic space. Give me hearts if this is making sense. Like, don't make me talk to myself here. Now you've got energetic space. And in that energetic space, if you don't rush to fill it with some bullshit, with the old version of you, just so that you can feel safe. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for following. Nice to see you here. You've released the old pattern. You've got energetic space. And if you don't cave to the uncomfortable sensation that comes up in your body as you've created that space and rush to fill the space with more doing for the sake of doing so you can feel worthy and valid. Thanks for the hearts. Guess what happens? The universe will fill the space. The universe will fill the space with what? Because Source is always attempting to give us the good shit. Source wants, oh my God, you gave me a gift. Thanks, Cycle. You're so sweet. I think that's what it says. Got the #1 gifter badge. The universe will fill the space for you because Source always wants to give us the money, the blessings, the desires on our heart. Like Source wants to give us amazing shit all the time. It's just we're not open and available for it. But when you get comfortable in your body, in your subconscious, with the feeling of spaciousness, without needing to just like rush it and fill that space. Thank you, Cycle. Finger heart. I don't even know how to really do that. The universe now has a place to pop in and fill. And it will fill this with more money, more clients, more ease, more inspiration. That's when you're getting the downloads and you're like, oh, this is the move that I want to make. And this is now coming from my energetic alignment. This is now coming from my new self-concept, this action. It's not coming from a feeling of like, I have to take action so that I can then feel like I've taken enough action to feel worthy of receiving. Now, the action is coming from because I'm an energetic match to the result. So the action is now an extension of my energy. It's not the thing that my brain has conditioned my receiving upon. It's one aspect of this whole sequence of receiving. Is this clicking, y'all? Give me a yes in the chat if this is clicking. Thanks for the hearts. Hope is a bird. It's my girl. I'm so happy you're here. Perspective shifting. Thank you guys for all the hearts. Give me a yes if this. Yes, this is clicking. Okay. So what I recognized about myself, it's been such a minute. I know I haven't been on live in forever. And let me tell you, my soul has been like, go live, go live. You miss your people. Do the thing. Share the words. And then I'm like, I got in my head and this is like, what a metaphor for fucking life. I got in my head because I'm like, it's been so long since I've been live. Will anybody show up? Like, I don't really remember how to do it. Like all this bullshit, right? Because we'll take time and we'll make it a reason why we can't do the thing or have the thing or whatever the fuck. I'm getting like hot in my car, so I have to put the window down for a second. And that's what I was doing. And today I was like, no, we're not doing that shit anymore. When you clear energetic resistance so that now you're an energetic match to what you want, now you've got spaciousness in your energy, and that spaciousness gets filled. That spaciousness will get filled with your next idea, your next move. If you don't rush to try to fill it from lack, from fear, from doubt, from all the other bullshit. So I recognized my business gets to this level where I make more money, I manifest more clients, and I have a level of ease because I've manifested a lot more empowered clients. I've worked on my own belief systems. So I've created I'm going to not only have the amount of income that I desire, I'm going to have the spaciousness in my life. It's not going to come, my business isn't going to come at a cost of my lifestyle, right? Especially being pregnant, about to have a child, fuck no. So the space is there, and old me wanted to fill it, wanted to go, this feels uncomfortable to receive in this level of ease. So I'm just going to do more. And I just said, no. Now I saw it for what it was. And I was like, no, that's not happening. Where no space is created, no space can be occupied. Exactly. Exactly. And so I just bead. This is what I cleared this week. I just bead with the space. I just felt how good it felt to have the space. I didn't need to fill it with more work. I didn't need my clients to need me more so that I could feel validated and safe and work harder. I just bead with it. And I got my subconscious and my body acclimated to it. And then I started to have more energy. I started to have more excitement. I started to have more passion. I started to want to show up more and different, not necessarily more, but different. That's why I'm live. And the coolest part was I started to recognize that space right before your next level comes in, where so many people will be like, it's just a slow season. So either I'm just going to give up instead of clearing the energetic resistance, or they'll be like, I need to do more to overcompensate for the resistance. And then effort and action is trying to overcome the energetic resistance, right? They're like, slow season, everything's wrong. This is a problem. So now I've got to effort harder. It's like, no, like there's energetic resistance. We need to clear that. When you clear that, effort isn't fucking required. You show up because you want to. You show up because you're like, I got shit to say, or I've got people to serve, or whatever it is, right? So I started to realize that spaciousness was actually a sign of alignment to my next level. It was actually preparing me to be the version of me, have the self-concept that could hold my next level. And I started to go, oh my God, I have energetic space to serve more clients. I have energetic space to support more people now. The calendar space was there. I had the time in my calendar to book the calls. Physical space was there. But energetic space wasn't there, because every time the space would get created, I would fill it with doing more, with struggling more, because I was attached to that struggle. And so in this moment when I had this breakthrough and I, coached myself, did my own subconscious work that I guide my clients through, my self-concept system, which is pure magic, by the way. Gotta give my world to experience it. Once I did this work, I was like, holy shit, now I'm the energetic match to helping more people, to serving more people. Now I can actually hold them, because the space physically was there, yet the energetic capacity to receive them wasn't there. And if we don't have both, we're not going to be a match to it. How is this clicking? What questions do you guys have? What questions do you have? Let's have a breakthrough. The addiction to struggle. I was helping a mastermind client with this recently too. It's like when I released through this shift, when I released that addiction to struggle, I was like, oh my God, who am I without the struggle? Who am I if I just showed up, served, did my thing, sold my shit, received money, helped my clients, and that was it? And like I didn't need to overthink or over effort or over control. Now that frees up so much more energy, so much more time, so much more capacity. Who am I with that freed up time, energy, and capacity? And I was like, oh, that feels a little uncomfortable, right? Like there's going to be more stillness. There's going to be less doing, more being. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with that? Like, who am I in the stillness? Who am I in the space? And I was like, oh, this is where I get to fucking decide. This is where you get to decide who the fuck you are without the struggle, and who you want to be without the struggle. And you know what? The person that you deeply desire to be, that's who you really are underneath the programming, This is a big aspect of manifesting. People don't consider the sitting with it. Create patience. Exactly. That's why I was like, people need to know this. I'm probably going to post this on my Instagram if it fits after, so that the replay's there. It's like who you desire to be, that person, when you're like, who the fuck am I without that struggle and without the fear and without the overcomplicating and the worrying and the stressing and the controlling. It's like I get to choose who I want to be. And who I want to be is who I really fucking am. Underneath the programming, underneath the productivity paradigm that has especially made women, especially us, made us fight for our seat. Fight for our ability to be the equal. Fight, like, we've been programmed so much to, like, be the boss bitch, be the, like, yeah, you are a boss bitch, but you know what I mean? Like, we've been programmed to work, hustle, to keep up. We can do it. We don't need the men. All that bullshit. It's like, I really want to need my man. I love needing my man. Like, he's fucking awesome. And we make a damn good team too. But the point is like, you get to decide who you are without all of those stories. And when those stories are gone and you are willing to let them go and you feel safe to let them go, then you get to decide who you are. And that who you are, that you choose to lean into, that's who God, Source, Infinite Intelligence created you to actually be. That's who you are at your core. And when you are connected to who you are at your fucking core, this is like the next level of the self-concept work, because it's like, and then I don't have to decide. That creator, that God part of me, it just comes through. It just shines. So that's my message for today. I feel like I'm really starting to get big. I'm at like, this is random sidebar, but I'm at like almost 18 weeks. And I'm like, this belly is popping. But it's so fun. So fun. I'm enjoying this journey. Do you guys have any questions? Like, how can I support you? Use me as your mentor on this live. I am so happy to support you. If you have questions or want to like walk through and apply this to your mindset right now, just wait. What am I waiting for? It's gonna get bigger. It's gonna get so much bigger. I know. It's crazy. It's like, I looked on the app and it said the baby right now is the size of a large onion. I'm like, oh my God, that is crazy. Like, human life is growing inside of me, y'all. And this story of conception was like next level manifestation. House proportions. And like how big I'm gonna get, you mean? Congrats. Thank you so much. It was next level manifestation. It was like, I felt, and this is the power of like your pure, clean energy desire. Like, your desire is your desire because it's from God. It's from Source, right? And when the desire is clean and clear and it's not muddled up with distortions, it can happen so fucking fast. And I had phases in my life where it's like, yeah, I desired children, or I desired this, that, and the other, but it was so muddled with like fear and lack of like, oh my God, I'm getting older, and like I've had a miscarriage, so like what if it's, you know, what if that's a repeat thing, or like all this fear and like crap that doesn't feel good, right? And so I work through that. I let it go. I just trust, and I deeply sit in the feeling of like, this child that's choosing me and my husband, when it's meant to come, like, I'll feel it and I'll know. And like, until then, I'm not giving in to the fear that like the medical world, the whatever society will put into us of like, you're getting old, like your clock is ticking. Like, even people would say that, I'd be like, I don't receive that. Like, energetically, I'd be like, I don't receive that. They'd be like, hurry up. Like, no, that's not the energy I'm going to create a life from. And then all of a sudden, it was like October, I start to get this desire that I had never experienced before. Never. And it was like, I just want to be pregnant. And it's like, I desire to have children before, but I had never had the desire to be pregnant, like, ever in my life. Hi, Griselda. So nice to see you. I miss you. Oh, you're so sweet. Miss you too. And so in October, I get this desire to feel life growing in my body. That's how it felt. It was like, I just want to experience the feeling of life growing in my body. And I remember when I felt that, I was like, oh. I was like, that's different. And it was like, there was no distortion. There was no fear. There was no like anything controlling or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, that's the soul. Like, that's the other side of the equation, right? Because if you have a desire for money in your business, there are people on the other side of that desire to pay you, that desire to hire you. If you have a desire for clients, there are people that want to do your work with you. If you have a desire for a job, there's a company that wants to hire you. So I was like, oh my God, my desire to feel the life growing in me is this soul's desire to come to earth, like, soon. And I told my husband, I was like, I have a feeling whenever we go for it, like, it's gonna be it happens immediately. And that's the power of the alignment, the energetic alignment. And so I was going to a retreat in Ireland in November 3rd, my flight was leaving. And before the flight, we did it, we went for it. And I left for Ireland, and then I was in Ireland like about a day. And within that day, I was like, oh, I'm pregnant. I felt it in my intuition. And when we did our thing, I didn't check to see if I was like ovulating or anything. It was like after we did our thing, I looked at my app and I was like, oh, it says it's like 2 days outside of ovulation. And then my husband, the wise man that he is, he was like, well, God's bigger than all of that. None of that matters. And I was like, well, yeah, maybe you're right. And then I got to Ireland and I told one of the women at the retreat, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant. Like, I just felt different. My body felt different. I felt some like stuff going on in my stomach, just felt different. And then I come home from, then in Ireland, do you all want to hear all of this? This is like such a, like, not what I expected to talk about. In Ireland, we're having a spiritual retreat. This is like an amazing experience. Oh my God. And through one of the meditations, I experienced what was like a clearing. And I felt like the consciousness, angels, and like the consciousness of like Christ, like pulling like energetic, like dark energy, like just like not good energy, like out of my womb is what it felt like, and my gut. Because I had tended to have, like, growing up, I always had gut problems. It's like all my fear would manifest in my gut. And like, I know we carried a lot of generational stuff in our womb. And I just, like, in the meditation and the activation that my mentor guided us through, I felt that energy being pulled out. And after that, I felt like source, like, blessing my womb. And then I felt my ancestors. It was like all the ancestors from my mother's side, which was interesting because my father's mom was from Ireland, where we were doing the retreat. She was from that county. And so I expected to see like her energy a lot more, but I saw my mother's side, and they were all just like blessing my womb and like kissing my belly and like telling me I was pregnant, essentially. And like thanking me for being there and like healing and all this stuff. And then I saw myself pregnant, and then I saw myself having the baby, and then I saw the baby grow up to be an adult, and I was just like, okay, now I fucking know I'm pregnant. Like, my intuition was like, yeah, like, abso-fucking-lutely you are. Because this was like next level vision. And then I get home from the retreat, and it's a couple days later, and it's our wedding anniversary, which was 11/11, our 1-year anniversary. And I actually had a leftover from like a year prior test. And so I took this pregnancy test, and I was like, I don't even need to take this test. Like, I already fucking know. I just know. And I took the test, and sure enough, it was positive. And on our anniversary, we found out that we were pregnant. And so here we are. And now we are going to find out the gender when I give birth. And I'm so fucking excited. I'm just excited. But I feel like because I did see in the vision, I do feel like I know what the gender is going to be. I'll be shocked if it's not that. But that is the power of like your pure, clean desires. When you have a desire on your heart, like it's meant for you. And when the energetics are clean and clear, and you've like let go of the doubt, let go of the fear, let go of the contradictory energy of like, I want this, but time. It's been forever that I haven't had it. Or I want this, but I'm too old. Or I want this, but so-and-so went to do this and it didn't work out for them. Or I want this, but whatever. When you clean all of that shit up, and you clean up the subconscious fears that are telling you if you receive it, something bad will happen to you, or somebody will hate you, or whatever the fuck, like the work that I do with my clients, like things can shift so fucking fast, because that's the power of your alignment. That's the power of your energetic alignment, your subconscious alignment, your self-concept. That's the power of, and why I do this work, because I live for these stories. I live for these stories. So if you are in a slow season, are you claiming it as a slow season? Or are you claiming it the alignment to your next level? Are you claiming it the spaciousness that now gets to get filled by the universe with your blessing, or gets to get filled by the universe giving you the next move? And are you making the fucking move, right? Leslie, thank you for following. So nice to meet you. I said a prayer to God yesterday. I was like, tell me the next fucking move. Tell me what you want me to do. Tell me, what my next thing is. And today it was like, go live. And so that's why I'm here. I don't need to know what's next. I'm just enjoying every step along the way as I'm called, guided, and led after I've cleared the resistance and I've made myself an energetic match to what I want. I will be guided and led. I know that every fucking time. When you're an energetic match to it, you will receive it, and you will receive the guidance. Then you will walk in alignment with it. So nice to meet you. Fear equals resistance sometimes. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Resistance is anything that's like, you feel it in your body too. If you pay attention, and this is why like I've been so intentional this month. I swear, pregnancy. I also know why this child wanted to come right now, because I swear it was like, I'm here to help you up level. Like, I fully believe that. That's why we choose each other. And so like pregnancy has also made me next level committed. I'm like, I'm cleaning, I'm clearing, I'm healing, I'm shifting as much as fucking possible, because the more that I do, the less the child has to do. Thanks for holding this space. I'm in between work shifts, but I'm here. Oh, I love that. What do you do? So resistance is anything that's, you feel it in your body, where you're like, I want to do this, but I want to go live, but. And sometimes we have the response to resistance that's like, we shrink. We don't do the thing. We don't believe we can have the thing, like whatever. And sometimes we have the opposite response to resistance, where we try to overcome it. And we try to overcome it with effort and action and force and pressure and micromanaging, controlling. I helped a one-to-one client this week let go of, he had this belief that he had to like fight for everything he wants in life. He's got to fight and push and effort and really like control, because he would like be pre-planning, when this goes wrong and this person does this, then I'm going to respond this way, and blah, blah, and like all of that shit is resistance, right? So that's when you can catch yourself on cycles of burnout. And the burnout isn't necessarily from how much you're doing. It may be that as a symptom, the burnout is really coming from you not clearing the energetic resistance to being a match to what you want, that then makes you believe you have to overcome it with your effort. You see the difference? Ask me later what I learned about resistance with electrical current while repairing my dryer. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Not trying to do an Irish goodbye, LOL. Oh my God. I can't hate on anyone for an Irish goodbye, because I'm very much Irish, and I did a lot of those, especially back when I used to go out partying and drinking a lot. I work in ophthalmology. That's the eyes, right? Is that the eyes? Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if I disappear, sending love and light. Thank you. Oh, good. I got it right. Okay. Are you a doctor, nurse, support staff? What's the vibe? So when you take the time to clear the resistance, so like I literally did this the other day. I was clearing resistance around receiving more money, more clients. And I ended up receiving a brand new person coming into my world, sending me a DM, had just found me from a video I posted 1.5 years ago, DM'd me, wanted to book a session, booked a session, paid in minutes, no objections, no nothing, just, I want to work with you, here's the money, go. In that moment, I sensed the resistance in my body. I identified it for what it was, and the urge within me was like, go do something. And I was like, no, we're not going to do from this lack and this pressure. So I cleared the resistance, and then without even posting or doing anything, I actually did post on Facebook, but I didn't post on TikTok. I got a message on TikTok, and it was like, I want to work with you. Here, send me the link. Send the link. Purchased. Done. Ease. Gets to be that easeful. Certified assistant. Oh, nice. I love it. Where do you live? You can help me with all my eye things. I'm probably due for a new eye exam. But that's the vibe. That's the vibe. And that's what I invite you to in my spaces. Like, if you feel resistance to receiving something that you desire, if you feel that split energy, pretty eyes. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I'm in Maryland. We're pretty close. If you feel that, I feel like my phone's getting hot. That's why it got darker. If you feel that split energy of like, I want it, but that's your sign that there's resistance. And as we clear it, as we clear the subconscious shit, put you in alignment, program your self-concept, that version of you that has what you want, doesn't have resistance to receiving or showing up or taking the action or whatever it is, it will happen. And that's my favorite part, because then that's when I get the messages from the clients going, you'll never believe this. And I'm going, of course I fucking believe it. That's what we programmed in there. And it happens in the most fun way, in the most way that you can't predict. And that's how you know you fucking manifested it. That's how you know it was your subconscious calling it in. I will find you again. Talk to you later. Have a good day, Queen. You too. Have the best day. Go help all the peoples with their eyeballs. I'm going to log off soon anyways, because I have to go pee, as always. But I love each and every one of you. It's not about your worthiness. It's not about your capabilities. It's about the stories that you're telling yourself. It's about cleaning up the resistance. It's about being the version of you that has it, being the energetic match, your beliefs. And that's why I focus on all those things when I help you blow up your income, blow up your business, serve more people, have what you want in a really fun, aligned, easeful way. Because you've always been worthy. I hate when people make it about worth. It's not about worth. It's not about your capabilities. It's just about what you're assuming to be true about yourself. So, your next level, you're ready for it. Shoot me a DM. Get some coaching. Roshan, how do you reprogram the subconscious mind? I have a few different ways. I have a self-concept system that I work with my clients through. And I've been trained in different exercises. So I'm not the one to tell you like, say a bunch of affirmations, because there's faster, easier ways to do it when you get inside my coaching. I love you so much. Have the best day, and I'll see you on the next live. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Who the fuck knows? But I'll definitely be back more often. I love you guys.